Welcome back, near fuckers. Today we're going to be doing an honest product review about Near Intense Exchange. I've been really excited about this one literally since the moment I saw it on stage at Redacted. I ran back to the hotel and I just couldn't wait to get my dirty little fingers on the exchange and try it by myself. It worked better than most things I've seen out there. It is probably one of the most impressive things in DeFi. But the reason why this is a weird product review, and we will get to using it step by step, is because I have since gone back to the original presentation from Shevchenko. I highly encourage everyone to come check it out. And I just can't believe that this isn't intended to be like a full-fledged final product, like we're going to be running an exchange now. This is literally like an example implementation of the wider Near Intense protocol. It is an open call to action for anyone to implement. It's actually hilarious that since the presentation at Bangkok, they added support for Solana. And Ilya just randomly, and I guess some of the Near core team, they launched a new front end with the Solana integration. So now we have two versions. That there is SolSwap, which is a build by Near with love to the Solana community. And we've got the app.near-intense.org, which is the main Near Intense exchange now. So this just goes to show that it is an extremely powerful platform. It is open sourced. Anyone can white label it, and it is just the beginning of the Near Intense protocol. I touched on the Near Intense yesterday briefly, and if you look at yesterday's video, we will be talking about Intense and chain abstraction today. So without further ado, let's jump in. The promise of Near Intense is that it is the decentralized Binance. And first, I always like to start by addressing what problem is this trying to solve. And here, I find several new primitives fascinating. The normal problem that we're trying to solve is that transacting across blockchains is an utter pain in the balls, let's be honest. Up until now, most Web3 ecosystems have used this friction to maintain their moat, and they're able to justify less performant blockchain or whatever with vibes and knowing that the pain of shifting to a new blockchain or a new application is just too high. So chain abstraction was the first line of attack in bringing down those barriers. And with chain abstraction, you already see a lot of people that are a little bit worried about the commoditization of blockchains. If everything becomes interchangeable and the user doesn't know which chain it is living on, what does that mean for all these layer ones and layer twos, etc.? But Near Intense actually goes one further step ahead, because in the previous world, we were building chain abstraction assuming that it was going to be a user performing the actions. They'll be able to manually bridge between whatever Solana and Near seamlessly, or they would be able to use an application and not know which blockchain they're in. But Intense is building for a world of a trillion agents. So even though this exchange is for humans mostly, it is just a glimpse of what is to come. So this exchange actually has 4 types of abstractions. The first one, which most people will be familiar with, is chain abstraction. You can engage with it from any blockchain. You can connect with your Near wallet. You can connect with an EVM MetaMask. You can connect with a Solana Phantom wallet. You can connect with the Cosmos ecosystem wallets. And there are more to come. The second type of abstraction is the token abstraction. So when you look at the amount of tokens that are available, you don't see 50 different types of USDC, depending on which blockchain it is, or how it is wrapped, or how it is cooked. There is only one USDC, and you'll see your balance aggregate across all blockchains. There's only one type of ETH, etc. But the third and fourth type of abstraction is where it gets really interesting. So these are wallet abstraction and smart contract abstraction. And this is where the intent part comes in. With Intense, users only have to sign a message. They literally just tell the protocol what they want to achieve. The traditional way would be the user wanting to swap USDC for BTC. Both assets live in one blockchain and they interact directly with the smart contract, most likely an AMM, swapping the assets over. In this case, the user just expresses their intent. I've got USDC here and I want Bitcoin on wherever. And the protocol does its magic. There's a few reasons why that's really cool and important. The first one is that it removes a lot of the smart contract risk. especially if the front end has been compromised or the smart contract may be dodgy. So time for the review part. My first impression is that it is extremely plain, it is extremely bland, it doesn't really say much. I would like for all the information that I've conveyed to you in this video to be somewhere here. Maybe this could have a landing page. And perhaps this is the abstraction paradox. Do we want to have the simplest, cleanest, most straightforward interaction for the user? Okay, then this probably achieves the objective. We'll be performing a swap in just 1 minute. But on the other hand, are we missing out capturing some of the excitement, some of the technical novelty, some of the accomplishments? Probably, especially because if this is an open call to action, I would like to know, where can people go to learn more? Where would be the place for this to be developed as a platform? What else can be done with it? I recall from the early days, there was a little tag down here on Berry Club with a fork me label. I always look out as well for the documentation section here. This is very early, so I don't want to be too harsh, but even dark mode is coming soon. Fellows, come on. Dark mode is top priority. Okay, let's do the quick review. So with Connect Wallet, I'm going to be connected with my Near wallet, but there's a bunch of options there. And once you've logged in with your wallet, I'm using the Near network, but you can use any network. There is a two-step process for transacting. First, you have to deposit assets into the protocol, and then you perform the transaction. I guess technically there'd be a third step for you withdrawing the assets from the protocol. So let's go and see how that looks. So we choose the asset USDC that lives in several places. So if the asset is native, for instance, here we've got USDC on Near, I logged in with Near, it will automatically identify how much we have in our wallet, and you can simply deposit through the UI. But if you choose an asset from another blockchain, so let's do native Ethereum, actually, there's something weird here. So this is a great example of being an early user and being a good team player. I'll just take a screenshot and report the issue to the team. There is a Telegram channel. And yes, so you can deposit Ethereum on, let's do another blockchain. So if you're doing a deposit from a blockchain other than the one that you've logged in, it will generate an address for you and you simply send the assets there. Let's try with Shiba. So Shiba is only available on Ethereum. We've got the ETH address, and BTC is only available on Bitcoin natives, and it gives you a Bitcoin address. So let's go ahead and deposit the USDC, which is what I've got now. Deposit everything, approve. And now when we go to the swap section, we could perform a swap at this point. But before we do that, I actually want to show you an extra bit of functionality, which is, I'm not even sure if it's meant to be intended like this, but it's there. Instead of swapping, because we've got the ability to deposit and withdraw on any network, let's first try to see what would happen if we just withdraw the same USDC over to Ethereum. So it asks us for an Ethereum address. This is pretty crazy, actually. So if we withdraw immediately the USDC that we just deposited from Near and we withdraw it on Ethereum, we would receive the full amount. And I'm pretty sure it is instant. If we compare that with the alternative, Rainbow Bridge would take 4 to 8 hours and you got to pay the Ethereum gas on the other side. I did that a few days ago. I paid $30. It was a bit of spike at the network at that time, but it'd still be somewhere between $7 and $10. And if we were to use Stargate, it's also similar. There are more fees. So that's pretty cool. I'm not sure if this is a feature or a bug, but it's incredible value. So now, let's see. Let's swap. Let's do 10 USDC from Near into USDT. As I mentioned before, it only prompts us to sign a message. Okay, sign message. It seems like it does prompt us for a one-time transaction the first time that we do a thing. Okay, and now what we'll do is we can try the exact same thing by withdrawing USDT on any other network. And even that would prove out to be way faster and cheaper than any alternative out there. So you can withdraw your native over to Ethereum and Arbitrum, and remember that this range of things is going to keep expanding. So it works as a really cool cross-chain DEX So what I'll do is, let's do something really funky wonky. So I'll buy the rest in BTC, gonna stack some sats, swap, sign the message, and just like that, I've got some native BTC on my near intense account. The next step would be to withdraw the BTC. Do I have the minimum? Yes, I do. And all you have to do is enter your Bitcoin wallet address, and voila. Just like that, you'll have the Bitcoin on your native Bitcoin wallet. So from here, the last thing that I would add is there are two Bitcoin wallets that I would recommend. One is Xverse and the other one is Unisat. And I know that these two wallets work really well with the Near ecosystem, and there's going to be a lot of BTCfi coming to the Near ecosystem using this chain abstraction and intents. So I downloaded my Xverse wallet, backed up my private seed phrase. Unisat, I've heard is really good as well. And yeah, just like that, I've got BTC now in my possession. This is important because up until now, for years, I've had wrap BTC on Ethereum and then bridge it over to Near. But there's so many layers of intermediaries and counterparty risk. It feels really good to be able to hold real Bitcoin in a Bitcoin native wallet, and very soon on Near to be able to do BTCfi. But that's for another video. Friends, thanks so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, and let me know if you give Near Intents a try.